So this guy here, this is Andrew MacDonald. Who is Andrew MacDonald? He's the Senior Vice President of Rides and Platform for Uber. Looks pretty young to me, right? And Andrew, I ask you this question. Why did it take you so long to make this decision on Uber Pool? Why did we have to wait till March the 17th when you knew all along that social distancing was in the social media, that this pandemic has been around for a while? Why did it take you so long and fail the drivers and collect dollars over lives? It's shameful, my friend. You should resign today, right? He says our goal is to help flatten the curve of community spread in the cities we serve. With that in mind, we are suspending the Uber pool service in the United States and Canada. Andrew MacDonald, Senior Vice President of Rides and Platform for Uber, said in a statement. I am shocked. I'm flabbergasted how long it took you to take action, right? What is your message to all of those individuals infected because of your very, very, very late decision, matching up riders and drivers worldwide? Now, I'm not sure if pool is in other countries. I'm guessing it is. And if so, why do we have double standards? Why do we shut off pool in the United States and Canada today? And are other countries still using the pool platforms? Is it true that you possibly have double standards, or do we only have pool in Canada and the United States? When I look at the internet, it says that several countries have pool. Does this not go for them? Does this not count for them? How do you make your decisions, right? Why do you, and most importantly, why do you make your decision so late in the game, so delayed when so many people have been infected? Now, I have another request to Andrew MacDonald, and I'm going to ask the same question over and over again. This guy here sits on the data of high-risk riders. What are high-risk riders? They know frequent travelers' whereabouts, where they've been. These could be salespeople, people that have done trade shows, hopping and skipping in between countries. They know they can draw a query to the database, and this guy will have 15, 20,000 names, which we could call high-risk riders. I ask you today, Andrew MacDonald, what is the solution for those high-risk riders? Are you still going to keep on coupling them, right, to the drivers? Are you still going to allow drivers to pick up at all your airports? Why are you not shutting off the airports? Why are you not shutting off pickups worldwide at all airports? You know why, Andrew? Because this here, my friend, is more important to you, to your senior Dara, to your legal eel Tony, than us and our lives. So you will happily couple those riders, those high-risk riders, those airport pickups with us, the driver, and increase the numbers. So you are talking about flattening the curve. You have zero clue how to flatten the curve. And if you really, truly wanted to flatten the curve, you would have started a long time ago. Shame on you. Resign today. Drivers call on you to resign today. Now, let me read you something here. I'm 60 years old with serious underlying health issues, diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, former cancer. This is a driver. This is a real person that drives for you. Uber is playing games with their offer to cover 2 weeks of lost income. What is your position on this? Have you put the fund together, Andrew MacDonald? Have you spoken to Dara Kay about this fund that you wanted to set aside? Or is it all just this, as we know, 180 days of talk, and another few years of yap. All talk, no action, right? So how would you address this 60-year-old, Andrew MacDonald? The 60-year-old carries on and saying, I had a feeling they would backtrack, always playing fast and loose. I'm in trouble if they don't pay. So I want to hear from you, Andrew MacDonald, how you address this person and many other people that drive for you, right? They're waiting for these funds. They are waiting for the money set into accounts for a rainy day. Please address this yesterday. Maybe I could even call the guy. Maybe I could call him up if I can get him.
George said,
how are you, buddy?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
How's your health doing?
Well, I'm feeling fine.
Okay.
I'm in that category,
Yeah.
that I have to hide out. So
right.
I stopped driving about 11, 12 days ago.
Oh, you did?
Last Saturday, yeah.
Which I think is a smart thing to do. I mean, 11, 12 days ago, that's just really when the numbers started climbing. And now, 12 days later, I mean, they're much, much higher.
Yeah, and I was having people get in my car coughing and all that, and I just,
yeah,
I already know my circumstance, so I'm pretty hip to my health. I survived terminal cancer in 2017. 2013.
Wow.
I wasn't supposed to be here anymore after 2014, if you know what I mean.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they told me to buy a burial plot and retire.
Wow. And so this talk of these guys putting the money aside, or having a fund together for rainy days. I mean, it's just, to me, it just sounds like it's all big talk, nothing else. Just talk.
They put out that public press release. It's been in the media.
Yes.
And then I got a message from Uber yesterday in the app.
Yeah.
And I won't bore you with reading. I'm going to bet you probably read it already.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
And so yesterday, of course, I called my doctor to get documentation, and that's going to take a while because it's hard to reach him right now.
Right.
But today I called Uber and I said, I've got a message into my doctor to get documentation. Please tell me specifically what you need from me and when you need it and when you respond and how you respond.
Okay.
They're unable to answer. She starts reading a script, as you know.
Yeah,
they do.
exactly.
And I said, Miss, you're a very nice young lady. I appreciate your predicament. I know you're reading a script.
Yes.
Some of the information, the question I'm asking you, you're not responding to. You're doing great at answering questions I didn't ask.
Correct. No, the same
so
old.
Please focus with me on the question I asked. I said, what's the procedure? And this is what she says. Your doctor or your public health official, you contact your public health official or your public official, and you get them to go on to our, quote, law enforcement portal. I've
Really?
never heard of that. Have you?
No, I mean, that's just ridiculous. Why would they send you to a law enforcement portal?
Well, that's what I said. I said, why would a doctor go on a law enforcement, the Uber law enforcement portal? She gave me a website address. I haven't looked it up yet, though. But I'll tell you what it is. If you got a pen handy, you could.
Yeah, I'd like to write it down.
It's LERT, Lincoln Edward Robert Tom.
Okay.
.uber.
Yes.
.com or let's yeah.
.com, right?
Let me read it to you exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sure it's .uber.com, but I want to go look at my pad. When she's explaining this, I said, that doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
This is a medical issue, not a law enforcement issue.
It's another diversion.
LERT.uber.com.
Okay. I'll look that up and do a video on that. I mean,
she says to me, you cannot go on there and submit the document. Your doctor or a public health official has to. I said, listen.
Really?
I want to tell you that I'm never going to call Governor Newsom or President Trump and ask them to give you documentation for me.
Right.
You guys, your executives, see the news just like I do. They know what the governor said. They know what all the officials are saying about self-isolation.
Yeah.
And the people who are on that list, 60 and above with underlying health issues.
Correct.
I got 3 strikes against me in that criterion. So
right, exactly. And then they only stopped pool today, huh? I mean, they knew.
I saw that. Yeah.
I mean, they knew this all along, and I mean, this should have.
Yeah. Well, you know what you just said. I said when I saw it, I said, those motherfuckers. You knew all along this is a bad idea.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
You didn't care. They're hiding. I saw your video about them like asking if they could do a phone conference instead of going to the airport.
Correct.
A week or so ago.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I don't know if you saw my comment. I said those motherfuckers. It's okay for us to go to the airport,
Yep.
but
they will not go.
Not those princesses.
Yeah, Jennifer Sullivan, like double standards. They'll send us to the airport, but they don't want to fly. It's just double standards. It's such hypocrisy.
And turn down a Chinese couple who just landed from Wuhan.
Yeah.
And see what happens to your
yeah, you'll
right?
get deactivated in a heart because you've discriminated. It's shameful.
Right, exactly.
Shameful how they operate.
Yeah. I don't want to.
Look, I can only keep on calling them out. Here's the good news. I know I have their attention. I did speak to number 2 and number 3 and number 4. I've had all the big attorneys on the phone with the exception of Tony West, right?
Yeah.
All the I've been on the phone with them for 1 hour, 10 minutes, and then the second call was 40 minutes. And there was a document that I had to FedEx to them, which is still held up somewhere in the system, and I'm sure it's held up because of the coronavirus and deliveries, etc. So I'm not faulting FedEx, right? But they delayed the case again by another 60 days, dancing and singing around I have it all on record, right? It's all recorded. They recorded me, I recorded them, and I told them, I said, you guys, you have this list of high-risk riders. You're coupling us with them. You know all the data. You're putting us in pool. I mean, surprisingly, today they stopped pool, right? But they know all this stuff, but everything's a double standard, like you just said, right? Go to the airport, pick up, but we will not fly to an airport. That just says who they are,
Yeah.
Anyway. You let me know what I can do for you. I'll do anything for you that I can. I'm going to really appreciate this link. I'm going to direct people to this link, like you, that have underlying conditions.
Here's what I want to tell you. Here's what I wanted to get to.
Okay.
The communication from Uber to drivers in the app yesterday said gave the 4 criterion by which they will give you the financial compensation, and for 2 weeks, and it's I qualify under category number 3, which is your doctor or a public official tells you to self-isolate because of underlying health conditions.
Okay.
Clearly, I'm locked down. I'm at home. And so. And I can get my doctor document. So I asked them specifically, tell me what you need from my doctor. Do you need medical records like x-rays and blood work and a list of prescriptions, or do you just need a declaration from the doctor? She said most likely a declaration from the doctor. See, she really doesn't know.
Yeah,
and the fact that they don't tell these people is just, to me, my suspicion is this is a way for Uber to drag their heels.
Correct. To buy time.
Giving half information,
correct,
bites of information, but not totally. And they go on, they doing this press releases, and they make themselves look good in public. Yeah. But behind the scenes, the drivers are getting fucked behind the scenes.
100%.
And so I say, and so what happens after we submit that documentation? And I said, what's the next step? She said, well, then as soon as possible, then Uber would send the money. I said, now see, as soon as possible is very different from the communication you sent me yesterday where it said 2 to 5 business days. So in 24 hours, we went from 2 to 5 business days to as soon as possible. As soon as possible would be 5 years from now.
So can I make a suggestion? Submit whatever you have, the letter, right, which I think should qualify. Submit it through that site. You have it on record that they basically told you, 24 hours, max 5 days. The moment the 5th day is over, file a small claims suit, right? Because you followed their protocol. There's a recording of that conversation, unless they got rid of that recording, right? There is a website they directed you to. There were instructions that they gave you, but then they don't follow through, like you just said, right? They just keep you hanging, they buy time, they keep you hanging, they buy time. What you need to do is, I will show you. If you tell me what city, what state you're in, I will look up all the documentation for you, send you the links, you fill it out, you file it, I think it's $40, $50. You send it out to Razor LLC, you send it out to 1455 Market Street, you send it via email, and then you get some service, some third-party service. I serve them on the hub. Probably the hubs are closed. So then you just get some guy to serve it. Look, this is your life, right? This is your health. This is the money that's owed to you by them because, right, put your money where your mouth is, Uber, right? And a judge would hammer them on this, would hammer them. They wouldn't have time for these type of stories because if you tell a judge, Your Honor, this is what Uber told us to do, but their system doesn't function and they have no intention to pay. At the end of the day is they don't have any intention to pay.
Yeah, I wanted to just check with you because a reality check, a sanity check, because I'm thinking I'm a pretty savvy guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Years old. I've been in business. I worked in business for a long time. I was, a VP at my company. I know business, and I know people. Okay, I was in sales and construction and all kinds. I wore a lot of hats. And my sense is when somebody's bullshitting me or trying to bullshit me, I can usually smell it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And so this seems like one toe in the water and the other foot, both hands on a rail, to keep them from jumping in. And so it just seems like bait and switch, fast.
100%. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm gonna attempt with my doctor to get that done.
You get the letter in, you do what you have to do, what they told you to do, and then we'll test the system and do some video updates on this. Day 2, day 5, day 7, and then day 10 you take action. Finish. Because, by day 10, in this, the way things are going, these numbers are just doubling exponentially, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, the bottom line is you're not being taken care of in this equation. They've basically told you, number 3 on that list, you qualify. You really do qualify, no doubt about it.
Yeah,
right?
No, I know my health, man. I know what I've spent medical over the last 7 years. It's, upwards of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I'm sure it is, yeah.
So I was very ill. But listen, I kind of blew it because I said, listen, ma'am, I said, you're a very nice young lady. I'm going to tell you this. I smell a rat. Every driver out there knows what Uber's up to. We know when we call Uber support that you people are put in a position where you're just earning a paycheck. You can't do. We have no power.
Yeah.
To function, to do anything, to accomplish anything. And I said, this is why people are so venomous, or there's such hatred or resentment toward the executives at Uber.
Yes.
They're making billions of dollars buying mansions worth $150 million.
And don't care a fuck about the driver.
I can't pay my rent on April 1st.
Yeah.
And at this point, I just hope, the only thing I can hope is they all get coronavirus. I don't want Darren to get coronavirus, but I want all his relatives to get it, and I want him to live and watch it happen.
The exception. That's probably that's the only way they'll understand. That's the only way they'll understand.
Anything else you want to tell me before we end the conversation? No, have a good day.
Yeah, have a good day. Enjoy it.
They've probably recorded that conversation, and now I'll get kicked out of Uber.
Oh, you told them this verbatim? That's good.
Oh,
good.
I actually said that.
You have to. Look.
I don't want Derek K to get coronavirus, but I want all of his relatives to get it, and I want him to be healthy and watch it happen.
Yep. No, you're right. Exactly.
He's a bastard.
Oh, he's a pig. I mean, he's just an absolute pig. He really
you know
is.
That's Torsten. That's what I said too. I said those people are all pigs.
They are. They're all pigs. They're greedy pigs. Dollars over lives. Dollars over lives. Dollars over lives.
Well, and look, the people fronting with all the skin in the game are the drivers, where the rubber literally meets the road, man. I pay for the tires.
Yeah.
Right? I pay for the gas. The
exactly.
And I get sick when a punk kid coughs all over the back of my bald head behind my seat.
I should make a video on this. I really should. Seriously.
Well, yeah, I know your videos are awesome, man.
We'll keep it going. I mean, the reason why I say it is because there's a lot of 60-year-olds plus out there with very similar stories and conditions, and they're all, guess what? They're all running into the same resistance. They're not getting anywhere. They're getting frustrated. They be given that same website, the same little song and dance from the Philippine helpline. And bottom line is, like, it just leads you down a one-way road and you get zero resolved. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is.
Torsten, I worked for 35 years in my industry, and the only reason I'm driving Uber full-time now is because I worked for a company last year. I only worked there for 10 months. I got recruited over there, and I shouldn't have gone, but they failed, and so there was a big layoff, and I lost my position last May.
Okay.
And at 60, it's hard to find a new spot in an
Right.
executive position.
Right.
My income was healthy 6 figures for
Yeah.
decades,
Yeah.
and I went from that to doing Uber. So when I see unprofessionalism or bad business,
You see it from a
practices,
mile away.
Listen, I know. I was dealing with the CEOs and CFOs of major corporations like Yum Brands, Taco Bell, KFC. Okay.
Yeah.
In my office numerous times. In my office, not just me in their office.
Yeah.
But in my office. And I worked in interior commercial design, manufacturing for 35 years. And so I come from a professional background. And when I see the way Uber conducts business, that is just, filth. That's like used car salesmanship.
Yeah, it's the bottom of the barrel, man.
It is. It's dirty. It borders on racketeering. It's Bernie Madoff-esque.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And I expect I would not be surprised if at some point the federal governments and feds raided Uber and there was a perp walk.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because I think they're just juicing the numbers. I mean, it's just all bullshit right there.
I would not be surprised. I'm just saying it wouldn't shock me.
It wouldn't shock me at all.
I would text you and say, "Hey, bro, did you see that?
Did you see that? Did you see the news?" Yep, we said that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll make that prediction. I'm sure it'll happen. Hope it happens.
Mark my words and yours, bro.
Cool. All right, my friend. That was a good conversation.
I appreciate your time, brother. I will follow up with you.
Yeah, and I'll definitely do a video on this. That's cool. Perfect.
All right, brother.
Okay, buddy. Have a good one. Thank you. Appreciate it. You too. Bye. I mean, look, does it get more real than that? Does it? Does it get more real than that, Andrew MacDonald? There, you had a 60-year-old spell it out for you. You had a 60-year-old spell it out for the executive management what we, the drivers, think is. His words are my words. We can joke around. Hey, what happens if your relatives get infected? Would show the symptoms, right? Maybe then you have a little bit of compassion for the driver when some of your relatives and your family of these executives start showing symptoms. Him and I, we don't wish death upon anyone. Absolutely not. That's not what we're saying. But, I wouldn't be surprised that if any relatives of these executives got the virus, maybe only then would they have a little bit of compassion for us, right? Because I have a lot of compassion for this gentleman, right? He's a friend and a subscriber. No names mentioned. We're not mentioning his name. It's just a phone in. No phone numbers revealed, right? But it's a real story you and I, the driver, can relate to. This guy here, with his shares, I would have to probably look up his net worth. Maybe some person could leave his net worth there, right? Good for him that he's made the money. Good for him that he's been in there from the beginning. But from the very beginning, he's been fucking over every single driver, right? And whatever he's been doing algorithm-wise, whatever instructions he's been getting from the top is basically find ways to fuck over the driver. Find ways to put the driver in that hamster wheel. This guy just explained the hamster wheel. There are hundreds and thousands, millions of stories like this. Frustration, non-resolving the issues, right? Real issues coupled by promises from their teams. Yappity, yap. All words. Look, we're going to test this. He gave us a website, lert.uber.com. I'll put it there. If you fall within his bracket, 60 years plus, you have a doctor write you up that you cannot be around passengers because your immune system is already so low. You should get the help from these type of guys. Or is it all just words? Once again, all just words. 180 days of bullshit, right? So, hey, Andrew MacDonald, I'm calling you out big time here. Step up. If you are doing pool in other countries, why the double standards? If you are, right? Maybe you're only doing pool in the United States and Canada. Again, I'm also calling you out. Why so late? when you knew about social distancing, when you knew about the numbers growing? Why so late in the game did you only act now, right? Why did it take you so long so that so many other drivers and riders had to get infected, who then went into the public and infected other people due to your late decisions, right? So we're calling you out. We're calling you out on your BS. He's calling you out, right? Show us some real functioning action here. Put the monies in the funds. Let these doctors represent these people, patients, and collect for the rainy days. Thank you. I think there was a great session we had there, very long, at the 25-minute mark. Maybe you followed it the whole way. I think this is a video you could really relate to and watch all the way through. I appreciate your time. Andrew MacDonald, step up today, right? I'd actually prefer you to resign and replace you with some other competent youngster, but step up, do the right thing. Do the right thing and not just yap, 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 yap. Thank you, my friends.